somehow right. That's all time. That's all time.
Derek Jeter is top 3 shortstop.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Whenever you listen to this, this is Tanks and Tuddies, presented by Tubbs and Frankie. I have returned from my 1 week absence. I was not bad last week, guys. So I called into work on Wednesday. Didn't even go. Yeah, it was bad. I'll spare the details. Let's just say I couldn't get out of bed. I felt it starting Tuesday night, and I literally almost texted you saying, like, hey, we should record tonight because there's a fat chance I don't record tomorrow. I felt the sore throat Tuesday night, and Wednesday woke up and just, oh, man, all the bad things. So we're back, though. Missed a pretty pivotal episode. Missed talking about Wisconsin. Missed the MLB preview. Missed hyping up my own team. But we're here. We're ready to go. My weekend, did you talk about what I was doing or no?
No.
Okay. We'll just say I had a fantastic weekend. It was a lot of fun. Frankie, I'll update you after the show. The show doesn't care. Locks and Longshots. So this is going to be a quicker one because we are recording super late tonight. Totally my fault. Since I missed 2 days of work last week and I missed Monday this week because I had Friday, Monday off, and then I was sick on Wednesday. So work has been it's been a clusterfuck, honestly. But we're back. So last week, no lock or long shot, obviously. 12 and 11 on the locks. So this week, really chalky, but I have reasoning. UConn and Illinois over 139.5 minus 108. Illinois can score. UConn can score. UConn starts slow. Look at the first half under in this game, but I like the over 139.5 total. I could see this game going to overtime. It's going to be tight. I like both games to possibly go to overtime, honestly. Obviously, shout out the boys in blue. We'll talk about them in here in a second. That's the only thought process. Both teams can score, and they will score. That's really all there is to it. Long shots, 5 and 10, plus 3.675 units. Purdue national champion. That is actually a loss now, so that'll be off there next week. They lost over the weekend, right? Yeah. Saturday? Did they make the Elite Eight?
Yeah, Arizona.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't even mention my other lock. Michigan, Arizona over 157.5 minus 110. This is going to be 90 to 80 either way. There's going to be so many points in this game. Don't expect, there will be some decent defense, but this is going to be one of those 90-80 games where there's just so much talent on offense on both sides. So many points. Book it, 2-0 week. I will be parlaying both of those. So obviously last week, no long shot. Purdue did lose. So plus 2,500 loss. Got a good sweat out of it, though. Made it deep in the tournament like I thought they would. So if they could have got past Arizona, we would have been looking at the easiest hedge of my life because we would have had they probably would have beat Illinois. I would venture. I don't know. Illinois is playing really good. But if they would have beat Illinois, then it would have been Michigan versus Purdue in the championship. And I personally bet that pretty fat. So either I've got the heart hedge of my team winning a national championship, or I've got the emotional hedge, Purdue winning it, and I make a fat stack of cash. After the weekend I don't really care about making cash anymore because I did on the weekend. So I'm good. This week we're just going to parlay it because it's the storybook championship. Illinois, Michigan, money lines plus 218. They're going to play in the championship. We're throwing half a unit on this. Yeah, I don't know. It's just this tournament has had a lot of those scripts where it's like, oh, the Blue Bloods, and then it was who'd Patino play?
Duke?
Or no, it was Mick Cronin and Dan Hurley, the two biggest psychopaths in the entire world. That's what it was. Just all those like storybook, like, oh, if this tournament goes this way, we'd get this matchup. Like they have all happened. So we'll keep rolling with them. That's all I got there. So go ahead with your locks and long shots, sir.
All right. My locks, I am 15, 20, and 1. We're slowly creeping back up to even. We did hit Arizona Final Four at minus 120, so that is good. That'll go as a win. Take off there for next week. Last week we went 2-2. We had Tigers money line on opening day. That was a win with Scooble on the mound. We had the Phillies Rangers Nerfy on opening day. That didn't lose. I believe it was Nate Eovaldi that gave up 2 in the first, so that lost there. And then we had Nebraska minus 1.5 versus Iowa. I didn't think there was any chance Nebraska would lose.
I pounded.
Should have known. And then I had Arizona first half minus 3.5 against Arkansas. I said there was no way that Arkansas would be able to cover the first half because I just thought Arizona's defense would be too good. It would take them a while to figure it out. It's exactly what happened. Arizona put up like 52 points in the first half. Easy cash there. This week for locks, I'm going 1 basketball, 2 baseball, with baseball being back. The only thing I'm kind of worried about recording on Wednesdays is Thursdays tend to be light slate days. So might be tough to get in bets for baseball. So I think I know at least the next 2 weeks, there's like very minimal games. There's 3 games tomorrow, I think. Anyways, I'm going Arizona, Michigan under 157.5 as my first lock.
Versus action.
Yep. I think Arizona's defense is very good. I think Michigan's defense can be very good. And defense wins championships. When you get into the end of the tournament here, you get to the Final Four, you get to the championship. Things get tight, games slow down. I think this is one of those games with the 2 best teams left in the tournament. I think you get a slower paced. I could easily see this being like a 75-72 type game. Not so much the 80s like you think so. But yeah, I think 70s, keep it in the 140 to 150 range. I'll take the under there. So, and then I'm also going to go Royals Twins under 9.5 on Thursday. It is, what is the matchup for this game? I actually was just looking at it. Cole Reagans and Taj Bradley. Neither teams have really been hitting that well. Cole Reagans had a bad start, but I think he'll bounce back and limit the Twins, who are atrocious. And I think Taj Bradley is good enough to keep the Royals from absolutely lighting up the scoreboard. So, and then I'll also go Braves D-backs under 9 on Thursday. This is strictly, I looked at the game logs for the start of the season so far. The Braves have not hit an over yet this year. And I don't know if I really trust Ronaldo Lopez to shut down the D-backs, but he's not the worst option. Yeah, I don't know. There was very minimal picks. It's a higher total. I like the under. So, long shots, 8-33, down 11.62 units. I thought last week for sure we were going to have a good week. We went 0-4.
Did you say 11 units? Oh my god.
Yeah, 11.62. Yeah. I mean, yeah, there's not really an excuse. I've been putting out 1 unit on almost everything. I did kind of get some tough losses this week again. I feel like actually I've said that every week, but so first off, I had the Brewers to start 5-0 at plus 1,200 for a unit.
I liked that.
Yeah, they went 4-1, and the one loss that they had, they blew the lead in the 8th inning with Abner Uribe on the mound.
Man,
so
that would get you even on the long shots too.
Well, I would have been positive at this point.
Mm-hmm.
And then I had the Duke and Arizona Final Four, Houston Elite 8 parlay for half a unit. I thought Houston and Arizona were the safest legs in there. That was wrong. Houston ended up losing to Illinois right after I talked about it. So that lost. And then on top of that, Duke ended up losing to UConn in the Elite 8. And I said, well, I'm going to take St. John's, hoping that St. John's beats Duke, and then I can hedge that with that way. And then I think I said last week, even if St. John's loses, I don't foresee UConn to lose to Duke. I think that's how I said it. I don't remember. Either way, I had St. John's money line. That lost too. The parlay lost. And then my last one was Tyler O'Neill, home run on opening day to try and keep the streak alive. I think, what did I say to you guys? He had hit a home run in
6 in a row.
Yeah, like 6 seasons in a row, his first game that he's played. He didn't, of course. So there was a loss, 0-4. This week, I have to just get some wins on the board. I have not seen a W in the long shots in a while. So I'm going to go D-backs plus 1.5 Thursday, parlayed with the Giants plus 1.5 Thursday. Robbie Ray's on the mound for the Giants. The Mets haven't really done shit, and they have David Peterson pitching. I think the Giants keep it close. That's probably another under I should have taken, but it's 7.5, so I don't want to touch it. And then the D-backs I'm strictly taking because the Braves haven't really done shit, and the D-backs kept all their games with the Dodgers close, and then they ended up just sweeping the Tigers. So I like what the D-backs are doing. I think they keep that game close. And then my last two picks, I will take UConn money line at plus 110 for a full unit. All of these are a full unit, by the way. And then Arizona money line for a full unit. I think Arizona is the best team left in the tournament. So
those should barely count as long shots.
There's not really many other options to take. So
just take a home run hitter. Don't be a bitch.
There's nothing available, and there's 3 games tomorrow.
Was that it? Are we good to move on here?
Yeah.
Okay. March Madness. Sweet 16, Elite 8. I should probably pull up ESPN because I get lost as we continue and move on. Let me keep going here. Bear with me, guys. So Sweet 16 was what?
Thursday, Friday last week.
Thursday, Friday. All right. So let's start from the top. Arizona killed Arkansas. I thought Arkansas had a chance in that game. Oh, Thursday was the day I went 0-4. So I took Arkansas spread. They didn't cover. I took Purdue spread. They didn't cover. I took Houston spread. They lost outright. And then I had Nebraska. I went 0-4. Bad.
I think
bad
I also
Thursday.
went 0-4. So we went out on Saturday with the new found girlfriend Austin and his girlfriend, and we were talking about it, and we're like, dude, like the first 2 round or like the first round, around of 64, absolutely killed it. Yeah. Ever since, I've just been getting killed by college basketball, and it's been atrocious, like not even remotely close.
Yeah, I did hit. Nope, that was Sunday. We would have talked about that last week. Never mind. Yeah, I didn't hit shit on Thursday. Texas and Purdue was a great game. That was a sweat to keep my Purdue bet alive. Illinois, Houston, didn't watch much of it, admittedly. And then I was focused on Iowa, Nebraska, and they didn't get the job done. Or wait, no, because Iowa, Nebraska was that was in the early window. So it was Iowa, Nebraska, and then Texas and Purdue played at the same time, didn't they?
Yeah, I think so.
And then those games were great. And then the last 2 games were the blowouts.
Yeah. So I had on Thursday, I'm looking back at my bets now. I had Texas first half money line. They lost by 4. They were up most of the first half. I had the first half under 69.5, went 74. I had Nebraska minus 2.5 and Nebraska money line. And then I had the 2 I did hit was Arizona minus 4.5 first half and Arizona's team total over 86.5. And then I also parlayed live Houston money line and then Arkansas, Arizona under 185.5 for 2 units and lost both legs. So
yeah, Thursday was rough. And then let's see, Friday. Duke and St. John's, that was a good game. I can't remember these games.
I also will say, so last week I said that I just wasn't afraid of Duke because I don't think Cam Boozer being their best player, I don't think he's that great. He proved it a little bit more over the last couple games.
Well, and I feel like if they didn't lose 2 of their top 5 guys, they'd be a scarier team. Like they had those 2 big injuries. I think one of them came back, but wasn't the same. Why don't I remember these games? Let's see. Duke and St. John's. Where did I watch that game? I can't remember shit. Alabama, Michigan, though, I remember. Shout out to the boys.
Slow start.
It was a slow start. It was a stressful start. I don't. It was like second half though they just pulled away, and they've been doing that for a long time now. Um, who was good in this game? Let me pull this up. Oh, this was the Yaxel takeover game. I just
Yeah.
love. I haven't like watched the college basketball team where we just bang threes, and I feel like we hit a lot of threes. What did we shoot that game? I just remember always celebrating the three. At this point though, that game was I think it was a little later, right? I was pretty drunk.
13. Yeah, it was a late game. 13 for 27.
I mean, you're shooting 50% from three. I'm not gonna lie. Going into that game, you texted me. You said, "Oh, how scared are you?" I think I said a 4 out of 10. After the first half, that bumped to like a 6 or a 7 because Alabama
I think
was
you
hitting
said 2 out of 10.
to start.
Yeah.
That sounds like something I'd say. Can you go back
I'm
and are you looking
right now? Yeah. So I said I don't think I said what's your nerve scale at 7:03 on Friday. You responded about a 3 out of 10. And then Friday at 8:23 you said if Michigan doesn't start to close out, we're losing. They're hitting their threes. Nervousness is up to 5 out of 10 the way Bama's hitting threes. And then at 9:45 you said 2 out of 10 nervousness.
So they must have went on a nice little run.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a good win. It was fun to watch that game. So we got lucky on our trip. 8 out of the 10 guys that went were Michigan fans. So that was an electric Airbnb atmosphere. And then UConn, Michigan State. I feel bad for my Michigan State friends, but you should have played better. I don't know what to tell you. That game was so winnable for them. I feel like UConn. Where did they struggle? Like, God, this is terrible podcasting for me. I can barely remember these games.
They couldn't hit their threes.
MSU
25% for 3. Yeah.
I mean, you hit 2 more of those. Even 1, it's a tighter game.
Yeah.
Colin Carr attempting 3 is also not a good game plan, if you ask me. And then Tennessee taking down Iowa State. That was the shock of the day. I think everybody was all over Iowa State. I didn't bet on that game. But yeah, Tennessee.
I thought Tennessee was going to get ran.
I was glad to draw Tennessee over Iowa State. I was more afraid of Iowa State. But then I'm like, dude, it's March. Anything can happen. Like, I don't feel comfortable playing Tennessee.
I think the biggest thing for this game was the guy from Iowa State being out. I think if he's in, I think Iowa State, I don't know if they necessarily win because Tennessee's defense is pretty good. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it definitely would have been closer. I mean, Tennessee didn't even shoot that well. 7 for 22 from 3. They didn't
Iowa State
let
just stop scoring.
Iowa State score. Yeah, I mean, Iowa State shot 39% from the field. Yeah.
That'll do it. Sorry, I'm a terrible podcaster. I'm finishing up some work texts. This should be the last one. I should be able to turn this fucking phone off. That's what I want to do. I want to take this phone and burn it. Honestly, that's what I want to do. So yeah, that was Friday. Saturday, I should remember more of the games because there's only 2. Yeah, Purdue, Arizona. What a letdown. What a blow. Was that the late game or no?
Yeah, Iowa, Illinois was first.
So
and
what the fuck happened to Iowa? Because they were up 10. I was comfortable. I think I bet on Iowa this game. I thought they were going to run away with it.
Yeah, so I had Iowa plus 7.5. I'm pulling up the Gamecast right now to look at the game flow because I know there was just one point where it just flipped. Oh yeah, so it was at the 7:14 mark, 7:14 left in the second half. It was 51-51, and Illinois just never looked back from that point. Iowa didn't score again until the 4:33 mark, and that was a free throw. So from, I guess, the 7:14 mark, they scored a total of 8 points in the last 7 minutes. And Illinois scored 17. That just is not going to get it done.
I missed one. In the MSU game, they started late too. They were late, like 9:40. I bet Jackson Kohler first basket, and it was the most sweat-free first basket of all time. Literally, MSU won the tip. They passed it to Kohler. He passed it off. They kind of dribbled around the arc, and then he got down low, and he just backed the guy down. Easy layup for the first point. It was amazing. You know, I don't remember a lot of those games. We went to the casino Friday night. Duh. No, not Friday night. Saturday was the casino. What the hell? I should have taken notes. Yeah, I wanted Iowa to just keep going. Sturts is so fun to watch.
He is, yeah.
I guess I should have watched more Arizona games. I should have done my studies. But what do you think? So an Arizona 15-point win. They were down 7.5. Holy shit. Yeah, I definitely didn't watch this game because Saturday night we went to the
So I got burned on the Arizona game too because I took Arizona first half, Arizona full game, and then I parlayed Arizona first half and Arizona full game.
Mm-hmm.
And after they lost the first half, I was like, well, that's a negative. Like, I'm not gonna catch up on this game. So then we left the bar, went home, got the notification that Arizona won by 15. And I was like, what the fuck do you mean they won by 15? They were down 7 at half.
Right.
I was so pissed.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I mean, Arizona is just, they're so good. And what's his fucking name from Purdue? Just
Clough?
no.
Foster Lawyer.
Braden Smith.
He
Just
stopped.
Not the answer. Yeah.
Well, he started so hot. Didn't he make like his first 5 shots and then he forgot how to shoot the basketball?
Well, he finished 4 for 15. So
yeah, he went 0 of 8 or 9 in the second half, I think is what the stat was. Or it was after that hot start. It was bad. Poor guy. You want to jump to Sunday? Sunday, I do remember because I was sober. I was sober all day Sunday. So
see, and Sunday were the games that I didn't watch because I was golfing.
Good. This is where I'll recover. So Michigan, Tennessee, wow, loved it. Slow start, but they kept it to the first 8 minutes of the game. Like it was back and forth. Tennessee was up, and then Michigan just started hitting shots, forcing turnovers. It was crazy. Going into, I think they went on at one point it was a 31-10 run that they just went. I mean, it was dunks, it was and ones, it was threes, it was turnovers, everything was just humming for them. And then Tennessee they just had to chuck up all these crazy shots and nothing was hitting. The defense was clamps for the second half. We ended up, this is a little bit of a funny story. We ended up finishing at B-dubs the second half. I think we finished bowling at the end of the first half. We got to B-dubs before the start of the second. And I swear to God, every time I looked up, it was just the same score. Like Michigan's up 30. Like it didn't go up. It didn't go. At one point, they're up 39. I'm like, damn, get to 40. But it was just we are better than you. One thing I've noticed about this Michigan team, they love to use what the previous team has said in interviews in their next interview. So keep an eye on that. Because Tennessee said, they said, oh, what do you think about taking down Iowa State? And what do you have to say to Michigan? And he said, what do you say? Let's go get them.
Yeah, something like that.
We're gonna go get them. So then at the end, after the Michigan game, they interviewed Merez Johnson. He said, let's go get them. It's like, I get Merez Johnson saying it's okay. He's young, but like Lendenborg has done it a couple times. Like, bro, you're 23. Like,
yeah.
And like when that was the other thing over the weekend. When Lendenborg said he was offended that they had a freshman guarding him, what? This is college basketball, bud. There's a lot more freshmen than 23-year-olds.
Yeah.
Like everybody else your age is in the NBA.
I was gonna say.
I don't know what you want them to do. Yeah, I love Lendenborg. He's given me so much happiness this season. But the acting like the world is against you when you're you're one of the best teams in the nation. Like let's chill out a bit. So
I will say I'm glad that I did not get to watch this game because honestly, I thought it was a night game when I looked at it Saturday night before they like released the time for this. I saw that the UConn Duke game was like 4 or 5 o'clock or whatever. So I was like, oh, the Tennessee game will be like a 6, 7, maybe 8 o'clock game. And then we finished golfing and I got a notification that it was halftime. And I was like, the fuck do you mean? Like, I thought this was a late game. And I was like, well, they're down by almost 20, or they're down by 22, so at least I don't have to watch it. But Yeah.
One thing Michigan does have to watch, and it happened early in the game, foul trouble. They were in foul trouble early. I think Mara had 3 in the first 10 minutes. He had to sit the whole rest of the first half and the start of the second. So got to watch that because a team like Arizona is going to take advantage of that. UConn and Duke, this game, wow. We had
biggest choke from a Duke team.
That's the biggest choke by any 1 seed of all time. I think that's literally stat backed. Like that was the largest choke by a 1 seed ever any round, let alone the Elite 8 to go to the Final Four. So they were up 44 to 29.5, like literally, and it was more than that before that too. They were up like 20 something at one point. And we had this on at the Airbnb, but we were playing cards, not really paying attention once they went on that huge run to, take over. And then we got in the truck to go back to the casino, and I think it was like a 25-minute drive to the casino. By the time we get back to the casino, it was like, holy shit, it's a 5-point game. So we're like sprinting because we parked far away for some reason. I don't know why we went through the hotel entrance, but we were like sprinting to get to the bar to watch the rest of the game. And we got to some TVs on the way to the bar, and we're standing there to watch that last possession, the last 10 seconds there. The last 9.8 seconds. That's important. I'll tell you why in a second. And there's a lady next to us, and she is like, come on, Duke, end the game, end this game. I'm like, okay, are you a Duke fan, or did you bet on them, or are they in your bracket? So we're sitting there, and I'm rooting for UConn because I hate Duke for 1, and 2, it helped my bracket that I found out I have no chance of winning anyway, so it didn't matter. But we're sitting there, and then, Duke inbounds the ball. Let's talk about the game too, not just me being at the casino. They inbound the ball. They pass up to, it was the other, not as good Boozer, right?
No, it went to Cam Boozer first, and then he kicked it back, and then they went to Caden.
So at that point, I found out in college basketball, there's either no backcourt violation or it's 10 seconds instead of 5. So they could have just sat there with the ball. They had a timeout too, right? Sit there with the ball. Yep. If you get into a trap situation and you're nervous, call timeout or just sit there. And what was the possession arrow? Did it tie up? Fuck him up?
I have no idea. I don't know what
the... Instead, he tries to pass the ball forward, and watching the videos after, the whole Duke bench is saying, push the ball, push it up court. Why? And honestly, homeboy would have been better off just throwing it to the heavens, because by the time it came
throw
down,
it as high as you can.
Yeah, by the time it comes down, it'll be 1.5, and if you lose on that, you lose on that. But the fact that you turn it over at half court, it gets up, and I forget dude's name, but he just hit the shot of a life.
Braylon Mullins.
It was wet.
First off, the balls that you have to take that shot, like there was enough time he could have taken a dribble and gotten closer.
Or pass,
he just straight up pulled up from the logo, and he's a freshman.
Yeah,
like it wasn't even like, hey, I've been in this situation multiple times. Like I know I can make this. This dude's a freshman,
and I think that helped him though. Like there's no nerves there. This dude's just house money. Did you know that he grew up in Indiana? But his dad was a massive Michigan fan. He's named after Braylon Edwards. There's Michigan memorabilia all throughout his home. They heavily recruited him, and then Dan Hurley swooped in and stole him somehow. I don't know how do you steal a kid who's named after a Michigan football legend?
That is crazy.
Crazy. Yes, shot goes in 0.3. Love watching the Duke reactions. And then Hurley's mom was good.
Have we seen a Carlos Boozer reaction yet? Because
because the camera that was on Boozer swapped when they turned it over to get Hurley's mom. Have you seen that one where he pans across?
No, but I heard about it.
It was great camera work. Yeah, because she mouthed like, holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
Great camera work to sweep and find and lock in. But you got to have Boozer's reaction. They showed Boozer 500 times throughout the game. Like, why not just keep a damn camera on him? You obviously do throughout the game every time Boozer touches the ball. Anyways, that's beyond the point. Back to the lady at the casino. You would have thought this lady, like, lost her entire net worth on this game. When that shot went in, I'm celebrating, and she's like, no, fuck, no. Like, dude, screaming, tearing up. Like, I was like, oh, my God. Either she had a fat bet on Duke money line, or spread, or I don't
Which
even
could
know.
not have paid that much.
I don't know. You don't know what these people are capable of. Bro, walking around that casino, I saw people doing $20, $30, $40 spins. It's crazy, that casino. But anyways, she
For
is
Social
losing
Security
her
money
mind.
for the month.
She is losing her mind. She was probably about 40, 45 years old. And
never
one of the
mind.
workers with us, he's like, "Are you okay?" And she goes, "No, Duke just lost." And she walked away. I was like, "What in the?" I wanted to ask, like, did you bet them bracket? Like, maybe she was in a massive bracket pool and had Duke winning it, and doesn't really know that everybody probably took Duke. I don't know. Or she had a good bracket, and like, if Duke won, she, I don't know. But it was crazy, the reaction. But what do you think about Hurley? You saw the clip of him going up to the ref and getting forehead to forehead.
Yeah, what did he?
I
What
thought
did he
that shit was
say?
AI when I saw it.
It was
I
so
haven't listened
weird.
to
Like
I haven't listened to the interview yet. I haven't gotten to it yet.
So
I think he probably
first
just
off,
said, like, I was just trying to listen to him, and adrenaline, I just bumped foreheads. But he kind of
well,
held
there
it
was
for a
some.
second.
Yeah,
He
there
didn't
was
say
something
sorry or
about.
anything.
Yeah, I don't remember exactly what they said, but there was something about like he was still in his coach's box and
Yeah,
the
and
ref
he
was
was.
coming over to like tell him how much time there was, and yeah, I don't know. I mean,
I mean, it
I
was
like Dan
loud as
Hurley,
fuck
but
in
that
that
was kind of
place.
cringe. That was
It was
kind of
loud as
cringe.
fuck in that place, so maybe you're trying to hear him, and it didn't look like a "oops, I bumped my forehead on you." Like, he held
Yeah,
it.
it was like a.
Yeah. And he didn't say anything as he walked. Like, you would think a sorry or like a oops. Like,
Well, the thing
Hurley
is
didn't
too,
give a
like
fuck in that
he
moment.
when he pulled off, he like still stared at the ref, like the
Oh
ref did
yeah,
something wrong. Like he was trying to be
yes,
like, "Yeah, fuck you, bitch." Like,
yeah.
this guy's reffing. What do you mean?
I don't know if he knew, like, there's no shot they call a tech in this moment or what, but because if the refs called that tech, that
And
UConn
the
would
Duke
yeah,
fans, dude.
UConn would
Oh
have
my
burned.
god.
Did you see
Duke
I
fans
don't
are just
remember. They talked about it on
crybabies.
PMT, but somebody called it, and they're like, and the shot goes in, and then he goes, "Oh, Malik something left.
That's a
left
tech.
the
That
bench.
should
That's
be
a
a
tech."
technical.
And then it turns
The
out
guy
the
was on the
player he's
floor.
saying was on the floor.
Yeah.
What the fuck? Yeah, that was probably game of the tournament, just because Elite Eight. I mean, we don't know. We got 3 more games, but Elite Eight, that's a buzzer beater in my book. 0.3 on the clock. Duke didn't have time to do shit. And yeah, I mean, it was. I'm pissed though, because when we were halfway to the casino, I looked at the live odds, and UConn was like plus 1,000, and I was like, okay, I'm like, why not? I made some money yesterday. Let me just grab it, and I didn't. I could have grabbed it, but that's all right. You win some, you lose some. But I didn't lose that much money on it, so that was a great game. I wish I watched more of it. I wish I didn't. I don't know. I wish I had
Better
it on
game.
more.
This or no, it was definitely this. I was gonna say Iowa taking down Florida.
Low key,
I think this game.
the second best game of the tournament. And on my mother's life, this is not a shit talk. That High Point, Wisconsin game for a neutral fan was electric.
See, and I was just about to say the best part about this game happening is that everybody now forgets about High Point, Wisconsin. And
nope, I won't, because that was one I watched from start to finish, and just those ridiculous shots Homeboy was making. I mean, that was insane. How do you make those shots? But no, this was best game. I'll put High Point, Wisconsin at 2. We'll see. It's a fluid thing.
See, I put High Point, Wisconsin at 3. Iowa over Florida at 2.
What about Santa Clara, Kentucky?
4 because 3. Wisconsin moves down to 4 because I lost my Santa Clara bet. Because of
I've got it at 4 because I lost my Santa Clara bet, and I had it in my bracket.
Yeah.
And it was a 7-10 game where it's like, meh. But that High Point, Wisconsin game, dude, that game was
we don't have to rehash
the episode
this
last week, but that was, I mean, oh my God, how do you make those shots? And then how does Wisconsin just keep trying something that's not working? Like, at some point you got to mix it up. Like, it was just, let's just drive with Homeboy here, and then he started missed some free throws.
No, there was no driving. That was the problem. We should have kept driving.
Okay.
Just kick it down to Nolan Winter. I get he was coming off of. Why are we rehashing this?
We don't got to start. I just want to get my points out there because I didn't get to last week. But that's my number 2. This will be number 1.
I don't know if you listened to last week's at all.
I did not.
I'm not getting my hopes up on Wisconsin until we win at least a Sweet 16 game. I will expect us to lose in the first 2 rounds every year until we win a Sweet 16 game.
I think
I'm going to do the same thing with the Packers. I won't be excited about the Packers until we make another NFC Championship game, and the Brewers, I won't get excited about until we make another NLCS.
Okay. I think if Wisconsin gets to the second weekend, you can get excited. Second weekend's like that's a good season. And like Wisconsin this year, if they would have won that game, and then who would they have played? Who was it? Arkansas?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would have lost that game too. So it's like,
see, I don't know if we would have though.
Bro, you don't think Acuff would have dropped?
Arkansas has no defense.
We'll never know because you lost to High Point.
It would have been an exact same rematch of High Point, Wisconsin. It would have been the exact same thing with more scoring.
So we would have lost.
Well, no, you're saying if we won.
That's not how that works. You don't get to just flip the result.
That's what we were just saying. You said if you won, who would you have played? Arkansas.
Yeah.
I said it would have been the same game. You said, you would have lost.
We're done here.
No, we won the first game.
All right, we're done here. So yeah, very excited for Final Four. Unfortunately though, and this is now the 3rd year in a row of this happening. My anniversary with my lovely girlfriend is always on the Saturday of Final Four. Well, not Saturday necessarily, but it's always the weekend of the Final Four. And it's this Saturday.
Yeah, however, change that.
That's what
I said. I'm getting married in August. No sports.
We're always like planning like what to do. And it's like, we live in Michigan. There's nothing fun to do in April. Everything's cold. And I told her last night, I'm like, we should just move it. Like, let's just like pretend to break up and, get back together in like June.
It's 80 degrees here.
All right, go fuck yourself. No, and it's not even the temp this time of year because global warming. It's that it's raining all week. It's literally raining. It started yesterday and it's going to rain until Sunday. There was talks of going to Indy because there's an outdoor concert for the Final Four. We talked about it before Michigan was in it. I don't know that we would have since Michigan is, but they have a free concert. They've got, who the hell is it? Oh God, I can't remember who it was. There's a decent artist and there's a bunch of like guys I don't know, but a free concert. I'm like, Indy, got some cool bars to watch the games. And then the conversation shifted to, holy shit, Michigan and MSU could make it. You buy one ticket, you get both games. I'm like, we could go watch both teams. And then MSU lost. So then those conversations ended. But then Michigan made it. And I was like, ooh, Indy still sounds fun, because I looked at tickets. I'm like, bro, $500 I can sit in the bleeds and I get to go to 2 games. Honestly, though, Illinois UConn, I think, is going to be a not super entertaining game. But
see, I think both teams are. I think both teams are mid enough. Like I really don't think. Yeah, like I think it'll be
it won't be a blowout.
I don't think.
I would prefer a mid.
Whoever wins Arizona Michigan is going to win it. Like that's a guarantee.
I don't like that. I don't like people saying that because how often do you hear, "Oh, this is the national championship," and then that team ends up fucking losing?
It is the national championship.
My nightmare. Here's my nightmare fuel. Michigan wins national championship, and then they lose to Illinois. Sorry, Michigan wins to go to the national championship. And then they lose to Illinois.
So it is the national championship.
Well, you didn't hear what I said. I meant to say, if Michigan wins to go to the national championship and they end up playing Illinois and they lose, that's nightmare fuel because Illinois was dog shit at the end of the season. Same with Purdue. Like these teams just go on runs. Illinois is more impressive, obviously. Illinois scares me though. Like all these freaking Yugoslavians out there. You got Peja Stojakovic's son. Like I don't know how they lost 8 games, and Michigan killed them both times. So I don't love it.
I'm in a great spot here, to be honest with you.
Well, then you can't even say, oh, I prefer UConn, because then you got to play Dan Hurley, who, when he goes to a Final Four, he wins the fucking thing. UConn in general, when they go to a Final Four, wins the fucking thing. I'm shifting. Changing my long shot. Michigan, where the hell did it go? Michigan, UConn money line. I got to find out the odds on that. I'm shifting, because Dan Hurley does not lose. That's a good flop.
I'm in a good spot here because if it's Michigan, Illinois, Wisconsin went 3-1 against those teams this year. So either way, we could say we beat the the national champion if that's the case. Now, if it's UConn, Arizona, my only dog in the fight is Arizona for my bracket. I can't win it, but I can place in the top 5. So
in the one that we're both in, or no?
Yeah, I think right now I've got a
top 5 would be a good payout.
Yeah, I think right now I've got like a 50.
People do multiple entries if you paid.
I didn't until right before it locked.
I saw there was somebody's got 3 in there. I'm like, well, that's kind of bullshit. It's not bullshit because he paid, but I'm like,
yeah, he's got 3.
I got another bracket that's looking phenomenal. I'm like, I wish I could have fucking put that in there, but yeah, it is what it is.
So overall I've got a 16.9% chance at the top 5. If Arizona wins, I have a 57.9% chance at the top 5. So I would finish 5th or 4th, which would not be bad. So
I literally do not have any chance because I put my Purdue bracket in there.
Yeah, I saw that.
It looked good for a while. I mean, when you're the only person with Purdue, it gives you a percent chance to win, and that's always fun to see. Like, ooh, I got an 11% chance to win. Because there was one other guy in Purdue, but he didn't have shit.
If I would have not been dumb, my biggest thing was, all right, I'm going to knock out MSU in the first round because I really didn't trust MSU that much. But if I would have just kept MSU in for a couple rounds, I'd probably have a pretty decent shot at winning because I have Arizona winning it.
How do you see top 5% chance?
Go to the group and then go to forecast.
And then what?
And then hit show my path to win.
Yeah, where's yours?
Oh, I'm 28th right now.
Yeah, so optimizer.
Yep.
This bracket cannot win. Oh, I see the okay, I'm an idiot. All right, I see.
Yeah.
What about this boy here? This dude's bracket was crazy. 50% chance top 5. See, I wish I had a bracket like that. Anyways,
wow, I didn't realize we had somebody with an Illinois winner.
It's 7:30 and I got to eat dinner.
Yep.
All right. I'll start with the takes because I probably have way less to say than you because I only watched one game. I watched opening day.
I watched every
Kevin
game.
McGonigal, I thought, was going to be the greatest baseball player of all time after day 1. I did not think there was any chance that he didn't bat 600 this year with 34 doubles. Or no, that wouldn't even be a lot of doubles. With, we'll call it 140 doubles.
That's a fuck ton. 34 doubles would still be a good amount.
And then, well, you got to bat 600. There's going to be a lot of doubles in there.
That's true.
And then day 2 happened. I'm like, okay, all right, 1 for 4. Okay, sure. Then he went 0 for, and then today, he went 0 for 1 for 0 for today. So he's cooling down. It's okay. He's still batting, 300 something, whatever. McGonigal, love him. I've put myself in a bad spot, though, because on day 1, I bet him did a home run. He almost did twice. He had 2 off the top of the wall. Or he had 1 off the top of the wall. And then day 2, I said, all right, I'm running this back. Because it's like $10 for 100 after I put the 50% boost on it, right? Day 2, he gets robbed by Jackson Merrill. And now I'm like, fuck. That would have been nice if it cashed right there because then you're $80 profit, right? 8 units, sorry. I forgot I don't talk money on this show. 8 unit profit. But now we're 6 games in and he hasn't hit a home run yet. Our offense has no pop. No pop whatsoever. I think we've hit 2 home runs or 1 home run. No pop whatsoever. The offense currently out there.
You scored...
We've scored runs.
11 runs in the last 3 games.
We've scored runs, but we don't have any pop. And then last night we won that game and didn't excuse me, sorry, I still have a fucked up throat. If last night they didn't blow that lead, I probably wouldn't be sitting here saying this. But then today, Scooble goes out there, pitches great, gives up 1 oopsie to Corbin Carroll, and you lose 1-0. And then last night,
fact,
you're up 5-3.
How many home runs? How many home runs do you think you guys have hit on the year?
Literally 2.
1.
Yeah, I thought so. I knew it was. It was who hit it? Hang on. It's not a big name. Oh,
well, some would say it's a big name.
Oh. All right. I'm going to guess, but don't tell me the answer right away. I want to get this because I freaking
what if you're
I'm
right?
An idiot. It's a future Hall of Famer, bro. It's a future Hall of Famer. I can't miss my boy Dylan Dingler. Yeah. Future Hall of Famer Dylan Dingler. Yeah. And it barely got
313.
I'm not putting the blame on the guys. I love all the guys. Javier Baez can probably go ahead and just fuck right off.
Yeah, he's fully
shitty.
back.
That one that you said on TikTok, there was only one horrible swing. He laid off two of them.
I thought it was funny. Yeah, but the fact that he wanted to swing at two of them that were a foot and a half outside.
Bad. Bro, he had a check swing. And then
I watched the Brewers
in the heater when you're just sitting on the slider.
Yeah, so I watched the Brewers
today.
Couple of
those hanging sliders though.
And then once the game was done, I bought MLB.TV for just the Brewers. But then with that, you can still like listen. I think I just paid for the season up front. It was like $100, something like that. But so with that, you can like listen to other games. So I was like, oh, the Tigers D-backs game is 1-0. Like I'll flip that on, listen to that. And Baez struck out today. It must have been, I haven't seen a video of it, but it must have been bad because they're like, oh, and he chased another slider way outside.
All right, let me
I think he swung at two of them in the at bat today. I think it was the 8th inning. I think. But
yeah, mention. Oh wait, I got to read this first. I never went back and looked. So back to basketball, then we'll get back to Javier Baez. Did you see the Cadeau news?
No.
He had to get medical treatment today for an allergic reaction. Our starting point guard, when Kayson's out for the year, the backup point guard, ate some peanuts or some shit, and then he was in danger of not traveling to Indy, they said. But apparently he's clear. He's gonna travel later today. But I was so scared at work. Let me see if I can find the video. Oh boy.
I have the play-by-play up. I'm scrolling to the 8th inning to find it. Baez struck out swinging, so I can look at these pitches. Oh, it was pretty low.
I can put this up real quick. Wow. Was this? This had to have been it. How does nobody have the video? Huh?
8th inning?
This was an hour ago, so that would have been when the game is wrapping.
Yeah.
Let me throw this up here. Share screen. This one here. It had to have been this one.
Yep.
Swinging strike, bro. Swinging strike. Strike 3 is down below the catcher's knee. Oh my God. I got to find a video of that. I have to find a video of that.
Wow.
Oh, you know what? We can find the video. Let me get out of here. I'll log into my MLB TV. I'll find it. That is so bad.
Okay.
So let me say, pitching though, outside of JV and then Will Vest last night has been fine. Hasn't been good per se.
I can't believe you're excited about JV.
I was excited for him to like come home. I think I said from the jump he's ass. I don't think I ever said that he was going to do anything.
Do you think over or under? Over or under like 8 starts for JV this year?
Over. They're going to have to use him. Over under 1 win, I would take the under, honestly.
No, he'll get a win. You guys
over under quality start?
Bad.
Over under half a quality start? Under.
Yeah.
That dude can't pitch 6 innings.
I don't know though.
If 6?
Yeah, 6
he
for
can't
quality
go 6
start.
innings. Are you kidding me?
If he runs into
Did you see his velo? It was negative. He was pitching.
Yeah,
he was pitching into the outfield and it was counting his hits. He's ass.
I mean, he gets to pitch against Miami next Friday.
That'll be a good bounce back.
That's a potential. I mean, that's the thing. Like, if he just runs into a team
breaking news. Los Angeles Rams wide receiver Puka Nacua has checked into rehab, per Adam Schefter. I thought some shit was going down. I don't know if it's pills or alcohol or what, or like a mental thing. Bro's been doing some weird shit this offseason. We'll get to all that later. That just popped up. I'm trying to log into my MLB TV here. Why don't you go? Let me see if I got anything else Tigers while I look for Baez's strikeout here.
McGonigal's still rookie of the year.
He's top 5 right now. I mean, he's playing. His defense has been great. His power isn't there for some reason, and he's starting to fall off. I mean, he's averaging 300 though, and he had that. I mean, you start 4 for 5 like that, you're gonna go. That's the thing. We started 2-0 against the Padres. I was like, oh man, this is pretty sweet. And they've ripped off 4 straight losses. So
How do you feel about Framber?
I didn't watch Framber start. He did well though, didn't he? He pitched game 2.
It was all right. 5 innings, 6 innings, 7 hits, 1 earned, 1 walk, 5 Ks.
That's a great start. He's 78 overall in MLB The Show. Did you see that? Silver. Kind of odd that he didn't get a gold. I would have thought like an 82 overall gold.
It's a little strange.
Yeah, but we never even talked about it on here, I don't think. But McGonigal making the opening day roster was awesome. I was pumped, but ownership and the general manager, they didn't go out and get any bats. That was your biggest problem last year. You added a pitcher that you don't really even need. You got by without him last year. You picked up an old fuck that you're going to have to start because the fans want it. He sucks. You didn't add any bats. And that's our number one problem. And now Riley Green is struggling. Torque is struggling. Javier Baez is back to I got to stop myself because I'll say some bad stuff about him. Parker Meadows didn't let him. Jake Rogers was playing the other day. Why? Start Dingler 162 games. I hate Jake Rogers. Anywho.
6 games in.
I'm going to find this strikeout here, and then you go ahead and talk about your Brewers, though. Oh, I got to mute this. Hang
on. Yeah, I mean,
you said it was 8th
Brewers
inning?
look yeah. Brewers look good. Unfortunately, I think I said it last week. We lost Churio, broken hand right before. No, I definitely did not say it. It was like a couple hours before first pitch opening day. Jackson Churio, broken hand, out 4 to 6 weeks, stemming from a hit by pitch in WBC. So that was tough. And then after the first game, I think, same thing happens with Andrew Vaughn, out until mid-May. So we were down probably 2 of our top 4 hitters right now. Obviously, it hasn't mattered too much so far. It's been pretty smooth sailing. Pitchings look pretty good outside of I thought it was Uribe that blew that game. It was McGill who blew that game. What inning was that in? It was the 9th. Fuck. So we were up 2-1, and then in the 7th gave up a home run to tie it 2-2, and then in the 9th gave up a double to lose the tie and lose the game. But that would have been win 4 in a row. So yeah, that one hurt. No, pitching has been phenomenal. Woodruff looked really good in his first start back. Miz has looked great so far. 11 strikeouts opening day. Granted, it was against the White Sox.
At least we get to play them.
But to get his first opening,
they're ass. I said at least the Tigers get to play them a bunch this year. They are ass.
Yeah.
I
think they'll be better. No, you can go ahead.
Right.
I think the White Sox will be better than you think. I think they're just very young. Like Munetaka Murakami is very good.
All right, you ready? Can you see it all right?
Mm-hmm.
We got to do noise. I got to see what Benetti says.
Slider there, ball and a strike.
That's not terrible.
Good pitch.
Out twice.
Yeah, he's already mixed in all of them, the 4-seamer, the slider, sinker, and changeup. Not wasting any time, showing all and every pitch that he has in his arsenal.
Oh.
Way too far.
You can't hit that.
And just sure thinking it's that fastball at 99, just speeding him up a little bit.
No
By the time he can
there.
make up his mind, it's just breaking out of the strike zone.
I'm never throwing Javi by as a fastball.
I don't know why you want to take a
if I have
chance
to.
on throwing anything else.
Only throwing fucking
You
sliders.
try to challenge him with a fastball if you want.
Nope. 2 down.
It's not even
The reaction wasn't
remotely.
very good out of the announcers. But
It's
I
not
don't
even
know. I forget the other
remotely
guy's
athletic.
name. I think it's Dan Petrie maybe, but how are you going to sit there and act like a fastball might be coming after you just swung at those 2 pitches? That's a
Yeah,
slider
not
in the dirt
chance.
all day. And if I'm Javi,
Yeah.
you should literally put your bat at your feet and be like, I'm not swinging the bat.
I'm not swinging.
I know what's
yeah.
coming. Like, that is
I
so
just
funny.
don't like how, as an MLB player who's been in the league for that long, are you still consistently chasing that every
also, like,
single game?
You had a good year last year. Like, what happened?
Yeah.
What happened in the offseason? I don't understand
Yeah.
what happened. I don't know. You can wrap up your Brewers, though. I found that. I wanted to see it.
I think the last thing I really have on the Brewers is that I love my over 84.5 win future that I placed. I think they look great right now. Granted, White Sox and the Rays probably aren't the toughest competition,
Right.
but it's a good start. The biggest worry so far was Brandon Sprout. I thought he was going to be great after the whole Freddie Peralta trade, getting him from the Mets. And then his first game against the White Sox was 3 innings, 6 hits, 7 runs, 3 home runs, 4 walks, 3 Ks. Not great. So, but on the bright side, we do have Logan Henderson ready to go in AAA if we need to. So we have the depth. I'm not too worried. It's not like we're playing scrubs because Churio and Vaughn are injured. Like, we have guys. I will say Gary Sanchez having to play every once in a while is interesting, but his bat is hot. So for now, he's safe. But that could be a very quick get this guy off my fucking team. So
Sorry, I'm trying to find. Javi had another bad one.
update on our futures, by the way. Kyle Tucker,
Yeah, what's he at?
two RBIs,
Let's see, 2 through, what are they in? Probably 6.
6 games. Yep.
So
Well, no,
162
they're through
divided
5. They
by-
played their 6th game tonight.
162 divided by 5. 32.4 times 2. So he is not on pace whatsoever to get our number. That could change in 3 games, though. He just needs to rip 2, 3, 4 RBIs. That's it.
Hoping for a big game tonight.
Bro, I just watched the video of Cadeau leaving. He had to get off the team bus due to a medical emergency. They stretchered him off the bus, and they put a freaking, like, sheet over him like he died. Imagine if this is some sort of weird April Fool's thing. We should have
That
April
could
Fool's
be.
the listeners. That'd be stupid.
Oh,
Why
I
would-
forgot the other MLB thing I wanted to talk about.
Okay,
Have you
that's
seen the thing about Joey Weimer?
Oh, tearing it up, your boy?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Isn't he why do I really know that name?
I mean,
Did
he's
I just
kinda
watch
been
him
around
with
the
you or
block.
something? Huh?
Yeah, he was on the Brewers for a while.
Yeah, see, but you can't really, like, you go from the Brewers, he had 2 seasons. You trade him to
Yeah.
Cincy, he got cut there. Then he goes to Miami, he sucked in Miami. Like, it's just a hot start.
Yep.
This isn't a career reclamation. Like, you
Yeah.
should probably right to cut him. But yeah, what is
Yeah.
What was he hitting?
He's
So
hitting
615,
6, yeah.
315, 2 homers. 4
588 now. But
Wow.
had a bad game, I guess. 10 for 17 on the season.
That is not what you want to see from a guy you let go.
Yeah. I think the shocking story so far has been the Marlins off to a 5-1 start. Granted, they beat the White Sox and the Rockies, but 5-1 is 5-1. Got to win the games that you're scheduled.
So, last update. This is a quote from Puka's attorney. He was in rehab a substantial period of time before any of these allegations broke with Madison. I'm assuming that's the chick that he must have bit. Yeah. And he's scheduled to be there for a while longer.
Interesting.
Imagine having him in like a dynasty keeper league. You'd be pissed.
Yeah, I picked him up in your league when he was on waivers at first, and then I traded him for a haul. So I thought I was going to be mad about it. Maybe not.
You won that one. Yeah, not if he's going to lose.
For now. Yeah.
CT's crazy, man. CT's crazy. So, yeah, Yeah, shows end of March Madness. We'll be back to doing the. I really want to get back in those drafts. Those drafts are fun. We'll do some. Maybe we'll do a weekly just Tigers Brewers update. I'll probably just rage every week at the fact that we don't have any offense. It'll probably peak at the trade deadline when we inevitably do nothing. And then
I'm gonna give it like 4 weeks, and then you're gonna be like, all right, we're just not. You're gonna say it on the show. We're just not gonna talk about the Tigers again. Like they're just.
I don't
pissing
even know
off,
if it'll
so.
be 4 weeks if we don't have any offense start pop. It'll be 2 if the offense doesn't start figuring it out. I mean, it's like this is something that like last year we started hot. So then when we cooled off, like it was still like I'm gonna talk about these guys and be like, oh, it's just a slump, whatever. And then they didn't even really cool off until what was it, August that they choked it away the division. So I had 4.5 full months of fun. And now I'm sitting here, you're 2-4. I can't overreact about 2-4. Maybe guys just getting warmed up. I don't know. Scooble also might be distracting the guys. He might be in there talking about, I'm going to make this much money and you guys are stuck here in this shithole. Ha ha, fuck you. Yeah.
Could be.
All right. Have a great weekend. Sit snakes, throw some tutties, and go blue on Saturday. Let's get to a shit, baby.
Peace.